Did it. We really did it. I only wish there were time to visit the inn. We can but hope the return of night has granted the residents some shred of comfort. They thought the world beyond changing. But today, I think we proved them wrong. We will fix this broken land, Archon. Together. But more importantly, I can fly! That alright, Archon? After you defeated the Light Warden, I swear I saw tethered. Never mind. I'm still getting used to my powers. It's probably nothing. Just relieved I was right about where the Warden was hiding. Last one was hiding in Cluj, isn't it? Can't feel it from here, believe it or not. But perhaps we should head back to the Crystarium first. We have a lot to tell the Exarch. I think we'd all do with some rest. Sees it too, then. Hi, can I help you? You want something? Not escape me this time. Oh no. Who? Criminals. Ignore Lord and Seamus all. We must never take crystals from the wall, for we believe that they can turn people into sin eaters. Even pieces that fall off are forbidden. Those swindlers collect them, sell them. Of course they do not tell their customers where the crystals come from, but I know their secret. So I am here, to bring them to justice. Breaking our code, selling under false pretenses, very serious crimes. I have tracked them this far. They will soon be mine. But there are too many to catch by myself, and I dare not risk failure. Stranger, will you lend me your aid? I'll circle around from the west of the palace, while you approach from the east. Like the jaws of a sonar snapping shut. Take them alive if possible, but if they resist, show no mercy, for you'll get none from them. When it's over, meet me back here. Seen you before. Part of the group that went into Malik as well, right? Thought so. Thanks to you lot getting rid of the Sin Eaters around here, there's a chance we might be able to put these remnants of Nabothrang to good use. Though it was originally dug under the orders of some Malika or the other, forget which. She used to cool water from underground to keep off the desert heat. Years later, when the mining industry hit its stride, the need for water in the ore washing process led to its expansion. But, as you can tell, it's been in a state of disrepair for years now. Still, we'd be fools to let the well go to waste, so I'm looking into getting the old machinery working again. Some of it's a bit tricky to get to, though. I could do with a hand. So, answer earning a few gil? I need you to inspect the lift for carrying workers and the giant pulley for drilling up water. I'd like to know if they can still be used or if they're rusted to buggery. We'll find out on the other side of an ad break. I know you. You're one of the people who raised that enormous talus. It's a day I'll never forget. I think that inside it was a core that Agna unearthed. Brought tears to my eyes. And I wasn't alone. We were all reminded that she gave her life for trying to bring Talus back to Amarang. Many of us, myself included, wish to continue our work. Even without the Daedalus Stoneworks, we'll find a way. Of course, there's a lot more to Talus than cores. The parts that house them are equally important. We're collecting them for use in our tests, with the aim of eventually building our own from scratch. Perhaps you could lend us a hand, if you're not too busy. These old stoneworks tools, you should be able to open one up and take out the housing components inside. We'd be grateful for anything you can bring us. Yeah, sure, no problem. One abandoned Talos. Two abandoned Talos. Three abandoned Talos. Oh, get on there. Ah, that explains why I only unlocked it now, because you need to be able to fly to get up here. Inspect the machinery. Although some of the less important parts are in need of replacement, the mechanism itself appears to be in good condition. Same thing. Or the crystal. Or... ah, there. Hey, you shouldn't be selling those. She's seen too much. Kill her! Okay, bye. Ah. I got stuck. You good? Sounds like it won't take much for them to have them in working order. And share the good news with the folk in Twinem. Sure, they'll send a few laborers to help with repairs. Getting Malik as well producing water again will be a good start. We'll need the Talus up and running to have any chance of reviving the mine industry in these parts. We'd best take it one step at a time, though. You helping me here is one such step. Your reward, as promised. Take it. That's not your blood? What's that cut also refused to come quietly? Well, what is done is done. They got what they deserved for spitting on our code. Whether the wall's crystals have anything to do with Sin Eaters is not for me to say. What I do know is that without rules, without law, we're no better than beasts. Beasts, I tell you. Excuse me. Before we part ways, here's your reward for punishing the wicked. He gave me tea. Now I want chai. Find anything? Huh. You don't see many like these. And this one shows almost no signs of wear and tear at all. Can't wait to show the others. Of course, we still have a long way to go before we can build our very own Talos, but you've been an enormous help. Many thanks. Okay, that's all the side quests around Malik as well. I think I have to go through that door. Which is annoying because this door does not bring me where I want to be. But yeah, take me to Twine and then I'll fly all the way back south. But at least I can fly now. Which just leaves access to flying in Kalusia and an unknown 6th zone. Okay, this is what we were doing when the dungeon interrupted us, right? Yeah, we'll pop back into this. This is what we're doing. Root tab. Okay, let's skip over the racist bullshit. Cool to go there alone. Yes, yes, invite me to come with you. Racist bullshit. Let's go. Ronso, hate, Mistel, got it. Blah blah blah, racist crap, blah 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 blah. And a bunch of pricks. It's the same bigoted nonsense day in, day out. Anyway, I'm sorry you to see that. Got to back teeth them. They're always harping on about how the best miners are all Ronso. None of the other races can compete, particularly the Mistel. Probably has something to do with the fact that most of the Talos masters were Mistel, and the whole of Amarang fell into doldrums after they left. Of course, only a half-wit would hold a grudge against an entire race because of the actions of a few individuals, but I'm not prepared to just take it on the chin. When I make a killing from the rutabaga I find, I don't wipe those smug grins off their faces. One more place I'd like to try. It'll probably be lousy with vicious creatures, but if that's what it takes, so be it. Could do with someone to watch my back while I'm digging, though. Since you so handily disposed of the last thing that tried to eat me, perhaps you wouldn't mind coming along? Dark caverns full of flesh-eating horrors? Count me in! Dude, that's my jam. All goes according to plan, we won't be there for long. Fame and fortune, here I come. Where are we going? Oh, are we going deeper into the cave? Oh, okay. Alright, time to get to work. Keep watch over there, I'll get on with the digging. Purple means danger. Touch the danger smoke. Oh my god, no way! Something to fight! Nobody could have ever seen this coming. Phantom Rush! Dude, that chomped. Wanna finish it off? Thank you. Find any? Oh, that sounded like quite the tussle. Thank you for saving me from whatever man of ghastly cave dweller that one was. That's all. I think I've finally found what I've been looking for. It's a bit too dark in here to tell whether this is really rudabite. It seems to be the right color. I'd best have an expert take a look at it, since I've never seen the real thing before. Till then, I'll try not to get my hopes up. There's not much point standing around here, so let's head back to Twine and get this ore looked at. Of course, it takes more than a glance with the naked eye to tell if it's a rudabite or not. There are all sorts of tests that need to be carried out. I'll go on ahead. It might take a while, so come and find me in Twine a little later on. Yeah, let me out. Let me out. Turn this in, see if it's the last step, go over there, fight that thing, and then head back to the Crystarium. Well, there's good news and bad news. The good news, definitely rudabite. Bad news, there are far too many impurities. We're making a Nabathium from this, that much is certain. It's also highly unlikely that anything mined there will be of better quality. Sorry that I dragged you all the way into the mines for something so disappointing. This is hardly the historic moment I'd envisioned. I think it's time to accept there is no vein of pure rudabite. I'm chasing something that was never there to begin with. Son seems lost. He's lost sight of his dreams. Perhaps he needs someone to rally his spirits. Okay, but have you considered being excited? Let's do this! What are you doing? Oh, you're trying to cheer me up. I suppose I shouldn't give up because of a small setback like this. Perhaps I need to rethink my approach. I'd have a much better chance of finding rudabite if I had a lead of some sort, but who should I ask? Speak with some of the other miners, you know, the ones you've been refusing to talk to. Few of them seem to realize mining is more than just swinging a pickaxe, especially Hrothgar. But I expect that he has the same opinion of Mistil as the rest of them. You do, huh? What? Hrothgar is the reason you spoke to me in the first place? Perhaps he's not so bad after all. But until now I've always given him the cold shoulder, so I'll feel a bit of a fool asking for his help. I'll just have to swallow my pride. Can't give up on my dream because I'm too stubborn to seek advice. The trouble is, I don't have much of a rapport with him, so maybe you could speak with him first? Just so that it's not completely out of the blue. Thanks. I think I see him over there now. How did you see anyone through all of that? Whatever. Whatever. It's good to see the two of you getting along. What's that supposed to mean? Makes a change from seeing you moping around by yourself is all. Now, what can I do for the pair of you? It's been a while since I'd heard that word. Never come across a vein myself, but I know of a place that might be worth a look. Do? Where? Grandsire once spoke of a mine where a disastrous cave-in occurred over 100 years ago. It would probably have been an attempt to reopen it, were it not for the flood. It ended up being abandoned. Not if the stories I heard are true. There's a vein of rudabite buried under all that rubble. It's quite the tale. I'm sure your Ronso brethren would be less than pleased with you imparting all this knowledge to Misto, though. You know why this town is called Twine? It comes from the idea of two tales entwined. One of the Ronso, the other the Misto. But a clever name, don't you think? Both races worked together to build this place. Though some of you younglings seem to have forgotten this. Isat, as the last remaining Misto in Twine, you have an important role to play in the future of this settlement. First things first, you have a rudabite vein to find. Go through the dragging tail and take the first left. But be warned, those tunnels are extremely dangerous. There is a high risk of collapse. Thank you, Hrothgar. Not too much to ask. I'd like you to watch my back again. I'll wait for you outside. But wait, there's another step! That was the first I'd heard of the Ronso and Mistel founding Twine together. Probably because I'd never bothered to learn more about our history. This whole time I've been trying to outdo those Ronso louts, thinking that I'd eventually find a rudabite vine through sheer determination. Vain. Of course, mining's not that simple. Knowing where to dig is everything. Speaking of which, let's see where Hrothgar's trail leads us. According to Hrothgar, it's in the dragging tail. First left. As good as time as any. Let's be off. Okay, and where is the dragging tail? Up this way, apparently. Hi. This must be the place. Tunnels don't seem to be in such a bad state, considering there was once a cave-in nearby. The old section of the mine is past those wooden boards. It's fallen rubble now. If Hrothgar's story holds true, there should be a vein of rudabite on the other side. Although I won't be attempting to reopen the tunnel all by myself. What I can do, though, let's try cracking into a few of these rocks to see if they contain rudabite. I need to keep an eye out for danger, though. Thanks. Hopefully it won't come to that. Anyway, I'd better get to work. It's going to come to that. You know how I know? Purple smoke. Purple smoke. Danger. Also, because when you say that hope there won't be any danger, there's gonna be danger. There wasn't danger at first. Oh, continue standing guard. Okay. Still no sign of danger. But wait. Third time's the charm? There we go. Purple means danger. Doesn't mean danger at first, just keep waiting. More? Nope. No, did something try to attack us? Sorry, I was too engrossed in my digging to notice. But thanks to you, I was able to concentrate on the task at hand and even found something that might be rutabyte. Till last time, I know better than to start jumping for joy until I've had someone look at it. I'll see you back in Twine. Airborne faster. Oh. Is this the last step in this quest chain? Did we find Rutabyte? Are the Ronso gonna stop being butts? Yes, hi. I'm not shrimping, you're shrimping. I need to open new water. I'm not shrimping. There's good news and even better news. Good news is it's Rutabyte. Even better news, it's almost entirely free of impurities. Finally can start making my own Nabathium. Ah, there's the jumping for joy. Your computer's a butt. Are you accidentally hitting the M button while you're in the window or something? This is the little Nista lad actually found himself something worth a gill or two. This right, you might even be able to buy yourself a decent pickaxe instead of that rusty piece of scrap you insist on carrying around. For your information, I found a vein of Rutabyte, which you can use to produce Nabathium. Found what? Brad from Mistel, eh? I'll admit, Archon and Hrothgar played no small part. Arthur helped you. Never you mind. Point is, this is just a sample of what's in the collapsed section of the dragging tail. But I'll not pretend I can clear out those tunnels by myself. This buckle looks like a cat face. If I'm gonna get anywhere, I'll need the help of the other miners at Twine. That includes you lot. Just like in the days before the flood. Mistel and Ronsel must work together, as their ancestors did when they built the first settlement here. What do you say? Will you help me? Stumble across one lump of Rutabyte and all of a sudden you're the god's gift to mining? If I thought you were spinning us a yarn, I'd have put you on your arse by now. The fact you'd asked us, of all people, for help means you must be serious. I am. Alright, we'll do things your way. Good. Soon see what we Mistel are capable of. Once Twine starts producing its own Nabathium, we'll make making Gil hand over fist. believe this is happening. Archon, I wish there was more I could do to express my thanks. Make something this town. You wait and see. Come on, you lot. To the Dragon Tail. You heard him, lads. The Rudabite at the end of the tunnel.